Hey guys, it's your favorite Unc here. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of Nightcap. That button right here. Come for the sports, stay for the stories. Cam Newton was my guest this week on Club Shay Shay. Shout out to Cam. I really appreciate that, bro. Among the many things that he talked about, Kirk Cousins and the contract that's gone viral. Let's take a listen to what Cam had to say.
Yes, sir.
What the Falcons paid Kirk Cousins, they could have got Cam Newton, Justin Fields, and Michael Vick for that price. You're giving this person the money coming off an injury? So how am I supposed to feel? Because the same questions and the same concerns that you had with me, obviously you done overlooked that.
You see, don't have those concerns with him.
And if you give Kirk Cousins my resume, he probably would have got more.
Wow.
Hey, listen.
What's your, first of all, Cam, Mike Vick got too old. Now, whether or not you seriously want to play football, that's something that you, your agent, and the team would have to work out.
Right.
Am I surprised Justin Fields? Because you and I both thought Justin Fields would be Michael Vick 2.0.
Definitely thought he was going there. Thought he was going there.
Ocho with textbook. You can't draw up a better situation. Atlanta,
right?
Justin Fields. He from the A. He from a burb in the A. He close by. Ooh. Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, this thing about to be lit. Yeah. Mercedes-Benz Dome's about to be litty. But they went another direction.
Yeah.
And they like a lot of, obviously with medicine now, Ocho, Achilles injury is not a death sentence like it once was. We saw Kevin Durant come back from an Achilles injury tear, and he's about to be playing better than he did pre.
Still efficient.
We watched Dan Marino tore his Achilles, and he tell you he was never the same. I mean, he was never Mike Vick, but he said he was never, and he had that,
that big ass boot.
He had that stiletto on the right. I used to joke with Daddy when I see him. But it's he makes some points. He's like
he makes a point, but you have to understand the owners like who they like. The owners will always like who they like. And based on Kirk Cousins' resume, despite his lack of playoff appearances, his lack of Super Bowl appearances, they understand what he does during the regular season. And they believe he's the one for the organization that can come in and will put up crazy numbers during the regular season. Yeah. Crazy numbers. Offensively, from an offensive standpoint,
right?
What they're going to do offensively is they're going to throw the ball over the place. Kyle Pitts is going to have a better season he had his rookie year. Drake London is going to have a better year. Actually, he's going to have his best year ever because of the person that is at the helm.
Bijan Robinson should have more lanes to run because, soft boxes.
Because of Bijan Robinson is an ability to run the ball, catch the ball out the backfield. That makes that offense that much more deadly, and it makes Kirk Cousins' job that much more easier because you have a running back like that where they're going to have to stack the goddamn box and bring somebody down in the box. And what you think Kyle Pitts going to do? What you think Drake London going to do? They're going to feed off of Kirk Cousins, who is going to wing it. He's a gunslinger. I'm not saying a gunslinger from the point of like Brett Favre or Aaron Rodgers type arm strength.
No. That ain't what he is. Yeah.
Listen, he going to wing it every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
And I think the thing is, Ocho, it's like Cousins. It wasn't like he was mobile to begin with.
No.
He was a drop back. He was a drop back quarterback to begin with. Yeah. So it's not like he's losing anything. Right. What's he losing?
No.
Okay, so so now he goes from a 5.4 40 to a 5.5 5.6. He ain't going nowhere anyway.
Yeah. When he got to run, he can. Let's put it to you like that.
Yeah. Well, as long as it's third and short, anything what we call 3 yards or less.
Nah.
He ain't getting no 30 10 Ocho unless it's 25 and they way down the field.
Right.
He ain't getting that.
Yeah, but I understand what Cam is saying. I understand what Cam is saying completely. But again, I look at the resume and where Kirk Cousins has done when he was healthy, whether it was with whether it's with the Commanders, whether it's with the Vikings, you understand and you know what you're getting. As long as you have the supporting cast around him, you have the pass catchers around him. oh, it's going to be maybe a 4,500, maybe a 5,000 yard season. You never know. But I think that's what the Falcons are banking on, and getting the Kirk Cousins that we saw with the Redskins, and oh my God, the Kirk Cousins we saw with the Commanders, or the Kirk Cousins we saw with the Vikings.
And Kirk came in the league in 2012, so it's about his 13th season.
Yes, sir.
$331 million guaranteed, one playoff win.
Yeah.
So what we paying for, Ocho?
Hey, listen, Kirk Cousins is a God-fearing man, and he's a praying man, and God has favor. And guess who God has favor for? Kirk Cousins. That's the only thing I can think about it. No issues, no hiccups, no problems. Family man,
just winning.
Does everything the right way. Doesn't have any much playoff experience outside of one playoff win. No Super Bowls, but you know what you get in the regular season, and you know the numbers are going to be beautiful from an offensive perspective. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I think the thing is, look, there's like, we want a quarterback that can distribute the football, get the ball out of his hand. Yes, we know Kirk can do that. He can get the ball out of his hands. He's not the greatest once we get off the script. But as long as things can flow and he can keep it going, and we calling the plays and everything, he can light you up now.
Yeah.
We've seen him have 400-yard games. We've seen him outdo some of the best quarterbacks in the league. Yeah. I remember him going head-to-head with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And Rodgers was doing his thing, and Kurt was like, not to be
right there with him.
Right there with him.
It's all in what the organization wants. It's all what the offensive coordinator wants. It's all what the coach wants. Obviously, the owner has to sign off on it. Again, Justin Fields would have been dynamic. He would have been dynamic.
Yeah.
In that offense. Exciting. He can throw. He can also run. He would be a dual threat, but they didn't want to go in that direction.
Right.
They didn't want to go in that direction.
And people ask like Jefferson Street Joe is Joe Gilliam.
Oh. Yeah, man. I understand what Cam is talking about, though.
Cam also spoke about Jerry Jones holding Dak Prescott back. Let's take a listen to what Cam had to say about this.
Dak Prescott. We looking for that motherfucking dog. And I don't think Jerry Jones will allow him to become that. Because you got to be politically correct. You got to be almost the president of football, almost, to be the signal caller for the Dallas Cowboys. Okay. What Dallas Cowboys need at that quarterback position is somebody to say, nah, fuck that. It's my shit. This is what we gonna do. I hear all that. But we're trying to win. We're trying to win, yes or no? Okay, cool. Now unleash me and let me win this football game.
I like that. But you can't listen. The quarterback position, you can't conduct yourself like that.
Not in Dallas.
You're not especially not with that Stoney helmet. You know what this reminds me of? Remember when Obama was in office?
Yeah.
Obama's in office. He has to conduct himself a certain way because of the position that he holds.
We all do.
You at the highest seat. So you have to move, even if it's not the way you are, you have to conduct yourself a certain way. You have to camouflage, put that mask on, and you got to move a certain way. It's no different for Dak Prescott with the Dallas Cowboys wearing their starter's helmet. At the quarterback position, you are the face of the franchise. You have to conduct yourself a certain way. Even if you want to be in which Cam just mentioned, you can't do it.
No, hell no. Not in Dallas. You ain't doing that.
You can't do it. Not there. Now, there are other places you might have a little leniency and a little grace to get away with it. But Dallas with a star, man, they had your ass up out of there so goddamn fast.
You remember, Ocho, when the protest, when Jerry says, as long as you're on this team, you're going to be toes on the line, helmet under your arm,
right?
When that anthem is standing, when the anthem is playing. I know. In theory, I know what Cam is saying is in theory.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, man, all the things that my grandfather said, it sounded good. We should have bucked back in the day. That wasn't happening. Oh, yeah, exactly. Nobody been here to tell that story.
At all.
So I know his own kids didn't buck. I know the grandkids wasn't going to buck.
Right.
So you already know Jerry, who Jerry is. And I told you this, Ocho.
Yeah.
Jerry wants to be the face. That's why he can't bring a strong coach in that could potentially win, because he's going to get something that Jerry never got, which is credit. Jimmy got the credit. And even when they won the Super Bowl without Jimmy, they say you won them with Jimmy players.
Yeah.
You see? So now it's kind of like he's like, I got to. That's why I keep saying, if I can just win one more of these things, because but he got to do it with a coach.
Yeah.
That falls in line.
Yeah. And you said the key word. You heard that key word you just said? You got to fall in line.
Yeah.
At the quarterback position. Now, skill position, receiver, DB, defensive end, D tackle, and you that boy. Oh man, you can say whatever you want to, as long as you are producing at a high level. And the key word, not only producing, but consistently. If you're consistent and you producing, man, you come in the locker, you do whatever you want.
But no position carries the aura
of the quarterback,
the face like the quarterback.
Yeah, that's why you have to conduct yourself a certain way. You have to.
Yeah, and so
matter of fact, now that we on the topic of that, can you think of a quarterback who displayed themselves in the manner in which Cam just said?
Not in Dallas, hell no.
I'm just saying in general.
Jim McMahon.
Yeah, for real?
Yeah. Jim McMahon mooned the helicopters. He was flipping out the command. Jim McMahon was over there. Hey, it was a different time back then, Ocho.
Would it work? No. Would it work today?
No.
We got 32 NFL teams. Is there a quarterback today that can get away with actually being themselves?
No.
Yeah. Matter of fact, it's another one for the chat that's listening right now. Think about Peyton Manning. Think about Tom Brady. Think about how they're viewed and they're perceived. And I got a question for you. I don't know if you know him personally like I do. Do you think the world has seen the real Tom Brady and the real Peyton Manning?
No.
Absolutely the fuck. Oh my God. That's my second time. I'm sorry. We haven't even seen the real Tom Brady and the real Peyton Manning unless you know them personally. I'm telling you myself.
Yeah.
You ain't seen, that's not the real them. No. It has to be masked.
Yes. I'm a CEO. I'm basically I'm running for public office.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
And I need your vote.
Time. And at times I wonder if it could be draining. At times I wonder you sit back and you'd be like, the fact that I have to continue to do this and this is the 24-hour job. Yeah. From now on. It's what you signed up for.
Think about it, Ocho. You have to put an overcoat on every day, no matter what the temperature. So in other words, they got to put that face on, no matter how they're feeling. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Golly gee whiz. Oh, shucks, man, just unbelievable. I respect that team so much. Man, we're going to kick their you-know-what. Yeah. Because if you think about it, think about what Tom has said and then what his teammates say in the locker room after the victory or before the game. That's not what he said publicly and then what he said behind closed doors. And we get it. We
completely different.
A lot of times, Ocho, and for us, you and I mean, you had a lot more antics. I was kind of a little bit more buttoned up, but people like, man, I ain't no uncle like that, man. You watch Uncle Nightcap? Yeah. Man, that ain't no undisputed. That ain't no first take.
Right.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I was very go in front of the cameras and put on my best, but everybody know what you see, kind of what you see right here is what Shannon was in the locker room.
Behind closed door. Exactly.
Yes.
So obviously with me, I've always been this way. This was me. I came in like this and I'm still like this. Now this is how people in the chat, if you watch Tom Brady throughout the years, look at the Tom Brady in New England. And this is how you know he had to suppress who he was. Look at the Tom Brady in New England and look at the funny, comedic personality showing Tom Brady that was in Tampa.
Yeah,
Twitter, funny as hell. The videos being put up, making jokes, being a little bit more free, being a little bit more expressive in who he really is.
Yeah,
and you have to night and day, two different people, total, completely two different people.
You do, Ocho. You have to bite your tongue a lot when you're in our position.
Yeah,
even when you're a professional athlete, but more so when you're a black athlete. So imagine LeBron.
Oh Man, listen, man. That and he probably probably got it the worst.
And because Bron be cursing in interviews sometimes. So Bron to drop a couple of bombs on you in a private conversation. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, you have to stay buttoned up all the time. It's like you said, it's a 24-hour job.
Yeah,
being president of LeBron James Inc. It's a 24-hour job being president of Tom Brady's Inc. Or Peyton Manning Inc.
Yeah.
It's a 24-hour job because they've cultivated this perception for such a long time.
And they got to stay. They got to stay on cue.
Because what was it? It wasn't that Tiger Woods had infidelity. It was the perception in which he cultivated.
Right. Yeah.
Man, I thought Tiger went home and wasn't no IHOP or Perkins waitress safe. What none of them say, well, no time will let him die.
Yeah.
Hey, give me that grand slam.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, give me the grand slam, or give me that IHOP special, give me that Perkins special to go.
Yeah,
you come on with it. I'm taking my order and you. So whoever brought it out, come on with me.
Hey,
so that's the thing. Like you can, Ocho, you can never have a bad day.
No, you can't.
Because think about how long
even if you are having a bad day, you still got to mask it.
Yes.
You have to.
Think about how long it took them to cultivate. It's kind of like you planting a tree. If you were to plant, let's just say an acorn, you acorn and you plant it. In the time that it's going to grow to an oak tree, you probably won't be around to see it.
Yeah.
So think about how long they've been cultivating this perfect image that they put on display.
Yeah.
And just like that, it's gone.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's bad for the people? You know what's bad for the masses? But it's good for those who are close to these individuals, the Peyton Mannings, the Tom Bradys. It's us that actually know them personally, getting to see the real them.
Oh, yeah.
I think the world would appreciate them so much more if they could actually see the authentic, organic person they are without having to put the cape or the mask on or be a certain way publicly to the masses. You would appreciate them that much more. And then you'd also see how relatable two of the greatest of all time are to you.
That makeup, Ocho. Why you think these, look at L'Oreal, Mac, why you think these cosmetic giants make so much money?
Yeah.
They're not the only one that's masking themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
L'Oreal, the heiress, she's the world's richest woman. I think she's worth what, 94 billion, 64 billion? The L'Oreal heiress. What they make, Ocho? Makeup.
Yeah.
Oh, to the multi-billion dollar a year industry. What do they do, Ocho?
Makeup to give you the illusion that you're someone that you're not.
What's one of the most popular holidays for adults?
Halloween.
I get to dress up. I get to be something that I'm not.
I'm not. Yeah.
Stop playing, Ocho.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I wish they could have a day so the world could really appreciate them for who they really are.
Oh, I said, okay, one more thing. I forgot. We said OJ's number was 22. It was 32.
32, yeah.
32. 32.
I should have caught on to that.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, it was 32. And so before we go into what he allegedly did, ain't no defense. We're not, Ocho and I, we ain't offering no defense for OJ.
My last name ain't Cochran.
No. Or Jerry Spence or any of these big time lawyers. That ain't what we do. We were talking about the football player that succumbed to his battle with cancer. That's what we're doing. So Nightcap, Unc and Ocho was defending. Ain't nobody defending anything.
No.
So don't even go out there and take that out there. And you don't offer it. There's nothing to defend. What we were upset about, what I was upset about, you can speak to yourself, is that what Caitlyn Jenner said, good riddance, is in celebrating the death of someone.
Okay, don't do that.
That's what Ocho and had she not said what she said, we would have never mentioned her name. And then we could have just talked about OJ. Hey, He was a tremendous football player. The credits that he had in acting, Naked Gun. Most people know him for Naked Gun.
But he's so funny.
The one he had with Elizabeth Montgomery. We would have just talked about that, but we had to bring her in it because she inserted herself in it because she thought it was cute. Knowing, did she realize that she took a man's life?
Yeah. Listen. Hey, what's the saying? Let ye cast the first stone. What's the saying?
Judge you not, least you be judged.
Okay, we'll take that one. I take that one. Something about a glass house. Don't throw a stone. Whatever it is. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah. So